Hello everyone. I'm going to talk about India's demographic dividend, like the status quo, how is the potential right now, and what can we do to harness that potential. So, to begin with, India is currently experiencing a demographic dividend, meaning that a significant portion of its population is in the working age group, which is 15 to 64 years, with 65% of Indians under 35 years old. Despite this advantage, we have several challenges. Naming a few. First is the unemployment rate. The unemployment is at 23% in urban areas, indicating that many educated individuals remain jobless. There's a skill gap. As McKinsey report states that over 50% of Indian graduates lack the skills required by industries. Then there's education quality. So the annual status of education report 2023 found that only 43% of Indian students in class 5 can read a class 2 level text, highlighting poor foundational learning. If we talk about the potential of this demographic dividend, if utilized effectively, then there is a very high growth potential. So according to the World Bank, India's demographic dividend could add $1 trillion to GDP by 2030. Also, the India's working age population will peak at 1 million by 2047, allowing sustained economic expansion for at least three more decades. So, with proper investment in human capital, India could account for 25% of the global workforce by 2040. If we talk about the global labor supply and migration potential, so the Indian diaspora already contributes to $100 billion in remittances annually. And with the right skill development, India could dominate global labor markets. And thirdly, in the industry growth and employment potential of our demographic. So, in the manufacturing MSME sector, the production linked incentive scheme aims to create 6 million new jobs by 2027, particularly in electronics, pharmaceuticals, and renewable energy. In healthcare and education, India needs at least 2.5 million additional doctors and 5 million nurses to meet global healthcare standards, creating substantial employment. Then there's green jobs. So India's renewable energy goal of 500 gigawatt by 2030 could generate 1.5 million clean energy jobs. This is the potential that we can actually harness and the results that we'll get if we actually harness the potential. So let's see how we can actually harness this potential. What are the measures that can be undertaken? So firstly, investing in education and skill development is necessary. So expanding vocational training and aligning higher education curricula with industry demands, and then improving primary education quality to build strong cognitive and analytical skills. Then secondly, and most importantly, is strengthening the healthcare and nutrition, increasing healthcare spending to at least 3% of GDP. Currently, it stands at 2% for better access. So, and then expanding the universal healthcare coverage and investing in preventive healthcare. Also, creating more jobs and economic opportunities. So, if we develop the manufacturing and MSMEs to absorb the growing workforce, it will be quite helpful. And promoting entrepreneurship and startups with easier access to credit. All in all, India's demographic dividend is a once in a lifetime economic opportunity. If the country invests in education, healthcare, and employment generation, it can achieve double digit GDP growth, global economic leadership, and long term prosperity. However, failure to act swiftly could turn this demographic advantage into a crisis of unemployment, low productivity, and economic stagnation. The next 20 years will determine whether India becomes a global superpower or struggles with missed opportunities. So, the time for us to act is now.